Nessus is the world's most widely used vulnerability scanner. It's an excellent tool. They still have a free version if you can't afford it. It's kind of pricey to buy the commercial version, but they still have a free version that's out there they call the home version that you can use for up to 16 IP addresses. And so get familiar with Nessus. It's a way that if you're a security engineer, you can go and quickly go and run through all of your systems. And what it'll do is it'll bring back to you results that says, this may be a problem. Okay, and that's important to note, right? This may be a problem because vulnerability scanners, their job is to alert you on any possible problems. In most cases, most of the problems that it finds are not real problems, vulnerabilities, right? So it comes back and gives you a lot of false positives, but you're going to have to get used to that because that's something that you're going to see in a lot of tools in cybersecurity are false positives. But in reality, the false positives is a lot better than not finding a potential vulnerability. So it tries to find all potential vulnerabilities, and it's your job then to decide which ones are real and which ones are not, right? And one of the ways you can do that is to do a pen test. The first thing you do is you run a vulnerability scan and let the vulnerability scanner find potential vulnerabilities, and then you have to go ahead and determine which ones are real threats to your security, and which ones are not. But Nessus is a good place to start. So everything tool, all vulnerability scanning tool. If you're familiar with Nessus, then you can easily make the transition to other specialized vulnerability scanning tools. And there's a number of open source tools that do something similar. But I would say that Nessus is probably the best if you're applying for a job at some company. It's good to put on your resume that you know Nessus, that you've used Nessus, because they're probably using Nessus. But Nessus is something that everybody in the industry uses. Not everybody, but most people use. But it's very common. It's very common, and therefore you should be familiar with it. And if you've got it on your resume or your CV that says, "Hey, I know Nessus," that's a plus. It's a plus. It's going to catch somebody's eye. Right? And now with AI scanning resumes and looking for keywords, that keyword might buy you an interview versus one of the open source tools will not.